Greetings! This is going to be a video of my dopamine diaries, so things that have brought me joy in recent times. So the first one is going to be Hamilton. Hamilton is my most favorite musical at the time of recording, and so my boyfriend got me tickets for my birthday, so I got to see Hamilton and be in the room where it happened. It was super exciting. Hamilton inspires me and brings me joy, and afterwards we went to dinner and they still had, like, for some reason, Valentine's Day stuff going on, so I got this martini. It was called Tara Miss You martini. It was delicious, and when I got back home, I asked ChatGPT to help me recreate the recipe, and I've made it at home since. And the ice cream here was really good as well. This was a dessert that my boyfriend had. Something else that brought me dopamine recently were dice. So I can be a Dungeons and Dragons girly. At the time of recording, I don't have a group. Our Dungeons and Dragons group split up, but there's this company called Girlypop Tabletop, and they sell the most beautiful and adorable Dungeons and Dragons accessories. So dice trays, and I'm a tabletop girly, so I really wanted to get some dice and support this business and their vision. So these are some dice that I received in the mail from that, and I think they're so beautiful, like the colors and the pink. I think this is named Rose something or other, and the colors are beautiful. I love pink. I'm a pink girly. And then this is, I believe, maybe called Sherbert. Something about Sherbert and the sunset. Maybe not. Whatever the names of the dice are, they are beautiful, and I was excited to get these dice. My vision in my mind, what I will do with these dice, there is a game, like a print and play kind of villain lover game. It's like a solo adventure that I want to use these dice to play. So I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks or months that I can actually start playing that game with my new dice, and if I do, I will definitely bring you all along. But I can also substitute these dice in games where it applies. Of course, one of my hyperfixations is vinyl. So you will see vinyl like all over my page, in my in my shorts, because we're on YouTube, doing unboxings. So I listen to vinyl, and pictured here is the Hilary Duff Wine O'Clock. I actually have an unboxing video if you want to see me unbox that and talk more about the album. I love doing word searches, so something that brought me joy recently was doing a word search while watching TV, and shown here is 56 Days, which is like the type of twisted story that I'm into. It was based on a book. Speaking of books, reading has brought me joy. I'm reading here Bride, and I'll pop back up later because I've been reading this book for a while, and we're jumping back to vinyl because I jump all over the place with my dopamine and my joy bringing. I listen to Lover on vinyl. Look at that color pink, like dopamine to the max with vinyl. I love it's like an elevated musical experience because you get to hold things in your hands, you get to touch and be intimate with the art that you are interacting with. And I think that there's like a little bit of romance to that. So I love putting on a vinyl and having like a listening experience. Although I think when I played Lover, I was actually cleaning. But look at the shade, that lovely shade of like a powder pink. It just is so beautiful and calming and relaxing when I listen to vinyl because it is a feast for the eyes. Often there are pictures within the vinyl sleeves. It's just a great time. So I did listen to Lover, and it brought me joy recently. There are these little affirmation cards. I am a person who's big into affirmations, so this is a night deck so you can look at them before you go to sleep. So it's affirmations and evening mantras, and that brought me joy and dopamine and kind of helped calm me down in the evening in these recent times. Now we are back to Bride, the book, and you'll notice everything looks red. That's because I turned on a red lamp. So I incorporate that with my reading time sometimes to even further engage into relaxing mode. And there's Bride. I will be talking about this book probably in several videos because it took me quite a while to finish it, but I did enjoy it. All right, another thing that brought me joy recently were oracle cards. I like to do this to kind of think through things and do personal reflection. So this is a spread that I did. Going back to physical media, I enjoy cassette tapes. It does what vinyl does for me, where it's a tactile experience, but it's less complicated. There are less steps in between. So you don't have to clean the cassette tape in the normal fashion. You can, for the most part, just open it out of the case, put it in the boombox, and play it. And it seems less delicate. And so for my ADHD brain, something that is maybe not as sensitive to have as an option is something that I enjoy. And I do keep different media in different rooms to encourage me to have different experiences depending on what I'm doing or where I am. So my cassette tapes are in a room where I'm typically working, and I like that, and they're paired with my CD player. So this was a rainy morning, and I listened to The Weekend, Hurry Up Tomorrow, Sabrina Carpenter, Everybody Scream by Florence and the Machine, and I think there's one more. I don't know if it's shown, but For Melancholy Brunettes is what I listened to. And I don't remember if I showed that or not. But it was just like a rainy, cozy time while I was working, enjoying cassette tapes. Bed Bath & Body Works did a Disney collection, and this was me seeing it for the first time, and it brought me happiness. I am a Disney fan, and I do have a little bit of Disney content on my page, mashing it up with pop music. Another thing that brings me joy recently and all the time is cheese. So I went to lunch with my mom. I love macaroni and cheese. If I am at a restaurant and it is an option and there's nothing else that catches my attention, I'm gonna beeline to the mac and cheese. My mom did get some wings, some buffalo wings that became my wings because this was mostly a catch-up session. Doing some walks with my dog also brought me dopamine and got me into the sunshine. The sun had been coming out, and I was excited to see the sun after being in winter. Now this is my little dopamine jar, where every so often, when I need to feel like a ping, I'll put one of these little stars in the jar, and it brings me happiness. I can't explain it to you. It's even a potty training tool for children. But anyway, I also was brought joy by being financially responsible and having a money date and writing my expenses for the week out in a printout. Knows dopamine will always be joyous to me. So I got some candles, and I do have a video of my candle haul. So if you want to see everything that I got and what scents I'm into, check that out. Listening to CDs. So I listened to this album. It's a very long title that I can't remember. And that again was in my room. So music definitely brings me dopamine. And I took multiple walks with my dog, but that's because I was enjoying it. And I think that once you do it once and you're like, hey, this brings me happiness, I often repeat it. So we've got another candle here, and this is a mimosa one, but smells really help brighten my mood, and I love them. We're back to some more oracle cards. Again, I like to use this. It's a tactile way for me to kind of self-reflect and to receive motivation. I'm not necessarily predict the future or making it some type of spooky experience. I like to self-reflect and use the cards to do that. So I have enjoyed the Oracle decks, and I have a variety of Oracle decks, and that's probably going to pop up in my content, but I just enjoy it. It's motivational to me. All right, so I went out with a friend to catch up, and I got like a spring themed drink. It was actually kind of weird, not gonna lie, but I love themed things. I love themed drinks, so it brought me dopamine. And there's some cheese because these are cheeseburgers, so catching up and engaging with my friends definitely brings me dopamine. I watched the Harry Styles one night on Netflix. Yes, fun times. And engaging with my friends even more. So we went and we got some sandwiches and caught up. And so these were the pretty little pastimes I've been up to. And dopamine that I received recently, I love to document my hyperfixation. So if you enjoyed this or it inspired you, feel free to like and subscribe. Until the next pretty little pastime.